Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing amazing today. In this video, we're diving into the latest updates about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. You don't want to miss this. So make sure to stay tuned till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. The bright lights of the Live with Kelly and Mark studio have always reflected laughter, energy, and love. But behind the radiant smiles and witty banter that fill every morning broadcast, there are moments when life intrudes, when reality becomes too heavy to hide behind humor. For Mark Consuelos, the past few weeks have been a whirlwind of emotions after receiving shocking news about his health, a revelation that would forever change how he viewed his career, his priorities, and his life with Kelly Ripa. It began innocently, just a routine checkup, something he'd been putting off for months. Between early morning show tapings, travel schedules, and family commitments, Mark often joked that he didn't have time to be sick. "I feel fine," he would tell Kelly, brushing off her gentle reminders to schedule his physical. But she persisted, as she always did. "You take care of everyone else," she'd said, "now take care of yourself." When the test results came back, Mark expected nothing out of the ordinary. Yet the doctor's expression that day told a different story. The words hit him like a wave he couldn't escape, an unexpected diagnosis that left him reeling, searching for meaning in a moment of disbelief. While the exact details of his condition were kept private, those close to him described his reaction as heartbreak mixed with gratitude. For Mark, who had always projected strength both on and off camera, the news forced him to confront his vulnerability. "You don't think about mortality until something forces you to," he reportedly confided to a friend. "You go through life assuming you'll always have tomorrow, but then one day you realize how fragile everything really is." Kelly noticed the change almost immediately. The man who had always been her rock, the one who made her laugh on the toughest days, suddenly became quieter, more reflective. During one recent episode of their show, viewers could sense an unspoken tension in the air. While Mark maintained his usual charm, his eyes told a deeper story, one filled with emotion and introspection. When Kelly placed her hand on his during a commercial break, it wasn't part of the act, it was love speaking louder than words. At home, the couple faced the reality together. Their New York apartment, usually filled with the sound of laughter and playful teasing, became a space of honest conversations and quiet prayers. Kelly, ever the optimist, stood by his side, refusing to let fear take control. "We've been through everything together," she told a close friend. "We'll get through this too." Mark began to reflect on the meaning of his journey, the years spent building a career in Hollywood, the endless workdays, and the moments he'd missed in the name of success. Suddenly, it all seemed so small compared to the gift of simply being alive. "The results shook me," he admitted, "but they also woke me up." He started making changes, not just physically but emotionally. He began waking earlier to meditate before the show, cherishing the sunrise as a reminder of another day to be grateful for. He called his children more often, sometimes just to hear their voices. And on weekends, instead of checking emails or reviewing show scripts, he'd cook breakfast with Kelly, play music, and dance in the kitchen, just like they used to before fame became their daily companion. When Mark finally decided to address the situation publicly, it wasn't with a press statement or a dramatic announcement. Instead, he shared a heartfelt reflection on the show one morning, speaking directly to the audience that had grown with him for decades. "I learned something recently," he began, his voice steady but soft. "We go through life thinking we have control, but the truth is, we don't. What we do have is time. Time to love, to forgive, to appreciate. I got some health news that scared me, but it also reminded me of what really matters. So if you're watching this and you've been putting off that checkup or holding on to a grudge or waiting to say, 'I love you,' don't wait." Kelly's eyes filled with tears as the studio fell silent. The moment was raw, real, and deeply human, one that reminded everyone watching that even those who seem invincible face moments of fear and fragility. In the days that followed, an outpouring of support flooded social media. Fans, celebrities, and former co-stars sent messages of love and encouragement. Many shared their own stories of facing illness, turning Mark's moment of vulnerability into a powerful movement of connection and awareness. Privately, Mark continued his treatment and recovery, supported every step of the way by Kelly and their 3 children. Each day brought new challenges, but also new gratitude. He began journaling again, something he hadn't done since his early acting days, writing not about fame or success, but about the simple joys of life: a morning coffee, a walk in Central Park, a quiet moment with Kelly watching the city lights. Sometimes, he wrote, it takes a scare to remind you of your blessings. In a touching gesture, Kelly surprised Mark on the show's anniversary episode with a montage of their most memorable moments together, both on and off camera. As clips of their laughter, travel adventures, and family milestones played, Mark's eyes welled up. "You're my greatest adventure," Kelly whispered as the audience applauded. The emotional journey left Mark forever changed, not weakened but awakened. His illness, once a source of fear, became a lesson in perspective. "I'm not defined by what's wrong with me," he said in a later interview. "I'm defined by how I choose to live despite it." Today, Mark uses his platform to encourage others to prioritize their health and mental well-being. He's become an advocate for early detection and open conversations about men's health, topics often left unspoken. His story has resonated with countless people, proving that strength isn't about hiding pain, but about facing it with honesty and courage. As for Kelly, she continues to stand beside him, her unwavering faith and humor lighting even the darkest days. "Mark has always been the heart of our family," she shared. "This chapter just reminded us to slow down, hold each other tighter, and be grateful for every sunrise." In the end, Mark Consuelos' emotional reaction to his shocking illness results became more than a personal struggle. It became a story of love, resilience, and rediscovery. A reminder that even in moments of fear, there is beauty to be found in the fight. Because sometimes, the most powerful stories aren't the ones played out on television. They're the ones that unfold quietly, behind the scenes, when the cameras stop rolling, and two people choose love over fear, hope over despair, and life over everything else. In the weeks that followed, Mark's journey toward healing became not just a medical process, but a spiritual one. He started to find meaning in the smallest moments, moments that used to slip by unnoticed in the rush of deadlines, rehearsals, and daily television life. He found peace in early mornings, sitting by the window with a cup of coffee as the first light spilled into their New York apartment. "I used to see mornings as a countdown to the start of work," he said softly one day on Live. "Now, I see them as a new beginning, a second chance." Kelly would often join him in those quiet hours, barefoot and wrapped in her robe, her hair still tousled from sleep. They didn't always speak. Sometimes they just sat together, watching the city come alive beneath them. Two souls reconnecting in silence. The couple began taking walks through Central Park after the show. No cameras, no entourage, just them. Kelly would sometimes reach for his hand mid-step, as if to reassure herself he was really there, really okay. And Mark would squeeze back, silently promising her that he intended to be. Stay tuned for all the updates about Kelly Ripa. We are the first to publish all the information about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, so stay with us to get all the latest updates. And stay tuned to our USA Daily Drop for all updates.